We are following a developing story this morning west of the Twin Cities. Police in Wilmer reporting a man is dead after being the victim of a hit and run.
Officers found the 52-year-old victim badly hurt at Wilmer Avenue Southwest and 1st Street South. An ambulance raced him to the hospital, but he did not survive. Witnesses say the driver was in a dark-colored four-door sedan. Police want anyone with information or cameras that caught something to call them or send the tip to Crime Stoppers.
Another irresponsible driver nearly hitting some school children. Watch as a truck passes a van on the shoulder, then barrels toward the school bus, forcing kids to run out of the way. This happened late last week in Willow River, just north of the metro. The Pine County Sheriff's Office looking for the driver. Investigators say that's a 1994 Red Ranger truck with Minnesota plates 116 KPL. Call the Sheriff's Office if you see it.
Tributes are coming in this morning for the former U.S. Senator from Wisconsin and Milwaukee Bucks owner Herb Kohl. His philanthropic organization says he died after a brief illness. The 88-year-old Democrat served in the Senate from 1989 to 2013. He bought the Milwaukee Bucks in 1985 to keep them from leaving town. In a statement, U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar said, in part, Herb was known for his generosity, his fierce devotion to Wisconsin sports, and his steadfast commitment to serving the people of his state. Law enforcement agencies across the state have been busy preparing for Minnesota's new red flag law that's set to go into effect in just a matter of days. The change allows family members or law enforcement to petition a judge to take away guns from someone deemed to be a danger to themselves or others.
Pauline Lee joining us live again with a closer look at the preparations and what it could mean to your safety. Pauline, good morning.
Hi, guys. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, more than 20 states, including Washington, D.C., already have a red flag law, but this is new territory for Minnesota. The goal, of course, is to keep people safe, and that's not lost on law enforcement agencies like Minnesota's Sheriff's Association. Their concern, however, is how to enforce it. Now, since the law passed, the Sheriff's Association has worked with the Department of Public Safety, the court system, and Minnesota's Police Chief Association, all in an effort to get ready. BCA has offered some training online, which many agencies have taken, and the Sheriff's Association's legal counsel will also be holding a training of its own very soon. Association's president says there are still many questions to be answered, though. He says best case scenario, if a gun owner voluntarily surrenders their firearms. But what happens if they don't? By law, law enforcement would then be required to apply for and execute a search warrant. Could that mean using force, and what kind? The answers could be different for agencies across the state.
We have some challenges to work through. We'll do the very best we can. Police departments and sheriff's offices are in the business of keeping people safe. That's our overreaching goal, and the last thing we want is for anyone to be hurt.
Types of orders here. You've got the emergency order that lasts about 14 days or longer extreme risk orders, which could last up to a year initially with the potential for extensions. Now, early on, the Sheriff's Association also had some other concerns about the lack of due process, but that was ultimately addressed in the law. So gun owners are afforded a court hearing within 14 days under that emergency order. They can also give input to the court and contest any allegations in that longer extreme risk order.
Still certainly a lot that agencies are going to be sorting through for their specific jurisdictions as these individual cases come up for them. Pauline Lee reporting. We've seen some big changes to downtown Minneapolis over the past few years.
And Mayor Jacob Fry saying the transformation has just begun.
The reality is that we're not going to have the downtown that we did 4 years ago.
The mayor with a little transformation himself in a one-on-one interview with WCCO. Mayor Fry said the pandemic sped up what was likely an inevitable shift to remote work. That change drastically cut down the number of people moving through the area. Now Mayor Fry is saying the focus is how to repurpose spaces to create a downtown destination like the North Loop.
Just the fact that we're not going to have the downtown that we did 4 years ago doesn't mean we're not going to have an extraordinary, a better and improved downtown. But it's going to be different. It's going to be those that are leaning in to innovative solutions that ultimately make the difference. So how do we transition some of the vacant commercial or office space to residential? How do we repurpose some of these public spaces to make them really attractive for people to come down as a destination to play and to have fun?
Right now, several groups are working on ideas to create a more vibrant downtown. You can find more information and watch the full interview, including what is it about that mustache, on our website, WCCO.com.
A Minnesota mother is opening up after her 4-year-old son fell through the ice and slipped into a coma.
It's a pit in your stomach. It's hell.
Thankfully, Kate Shields' son Eli survived. It all happened about a month ago at Bryn Mawr Meadows Park in Minneapolis. Shields says she was putting Eli's siblings down for a nap when Eli got out of the house. She says saw a hole in the ice and called 911.
They carried my son, who was not even blue, he was like black, because he was so cold and deprived of oxygen. He's doing amazing.
I mean, he came right to the door. Look at those.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
he wakes up in the morning and he talks our ears off until he goes to bed at night.
Eli was on a ventilator, then in a medically induced coma. There's a fund set up to help the family cover the cost of Eli's recovery.
Boy, that is a miracle. Welcome home.